Are we about to see the biggest clash of the titans Silicon Valley has maybe ever seen? There are a whole swirl of worries for OpenAI concerning the seemingly personal vendetta from Elon Musk. But we'll get to that in a second because Mark Zuckerberg has opted to pile on first. In a letter to California's Attorney General Rob Bonta, Meta urged a halt to OpenAI's for-profit transition, saying Elon Musk is, quote, qualified to represent the interests of Californians in this matter, quoting the journal. Meta said allowing the ChatGPT maker to become a for-profit company would set a dangerous precedent of allowing startups to enjoy the advantages of nonprofit status until they are poised to become profitable. OpenAI's conduct could have seismic implications for Silicon Valley, Meta wrote in the letter. If OpenAI's new business model is valid, nonprofit investors would get the same for-profit upside as those who invest the conventional way in for-profit companies while also benefiting from tax write-offs bestowed by the government. Meta hasn't previously weighed in on the long-running feud between Musk, who co-founded OpenAI in 2015 and then left amid a power struggle in 2018, and OpenAI chief executive Sam Altman. In its letter, Meta said it supported an effort by Musk and Siobhan Zilis, a business and personal associate, to represent the interests of the public in deciding whether OpenAI will be allowed to become a for-profit company. Although we ask your office to take direct action, we believe that Mr. Musk and Ms. Zilis are qualified and well-positioned to represent the interests of Californians in this matter, Meta wrote, end quote. In a blog post, OpenAI turned back to firing at Elon Musk himself, writing, quote, "You can't sue your way to AGI. We have great respect for Elon's accomplishments and gratitude for his early contributions to OpenAI, but he should be competing in the marketplace rather than in the courtroom. It is critical for the U.S. to remain the global leader in AI. Our mission is to ensure AGI benefits all of humanity, and we have been and will remain a mission-driven organization. We hope Elon shares that goal and will uphold the values of innovation and free market competition that have driven his own success," end quote. And then OpenAI proceeded to publish emails from Elon himself, which show him writing in favor of personally owning OpenAI and running it as a for-profit company, quoting Axios. The emails discuss the ideal structure for the company as well as the growing need for more capital to fund the massive amount of hardware needed to pursue OpenAI's work. OpenAI maintains that Musk was pushing for a for-profit entity in which he had both control and a majority equity stake. OpenAI also disclosed that Musk registered in September 2017 to incorporate a public benefit corporation entitled Open Artificial Intelligence Technologies Incorporated. In September 2017, Ilya Sutskever sent Musk, along with Altman and co-founder Greg Brockman, an email rejecting Musk's terms. Quote, "The current structure provides you with a path where you end up with unilateral absolute control over the AGI. You stated that you don't want to control the final AGI, but during this negotiation, you've shown to us that absolute control is extremely important to you," the email said. OpenAI aims, quote, "to make the future good and to avoid an AGI dictatorship," Sutskever wrote. Thus, we are concerned that as the company makes genuine progress towards AGI, you will choose to retain your absolute control of the company despite current intent to the contrary, end quote. So to sum all this up, Elon has this suit explicitly to keep OpenAI from going for profit, which people think could effectively kill it as a player in the AI race because it would hamper OpenAI's ability to raise the capital needed to train new models. That would open the playing field for startups like XAI to build those enormous models. See the Colossus megacluster XAI is cobbling together to build the world's biggest model yet. But there's another way people are whispering Elon Musk could kneecap Sam Altman. Given his close proximity to the new administration, could Elon kill OpenAI via 1,000 regulatory cuts? The Financial Times has sources from all sides of this, quote, "I believe pretty strongly that Elon will do the right thing and that it would be profoundly un-American to use political power to the degree that Elon has it to hurt your competitors and advantage your own businesses," Altman told a New York Times conference last week. Trump himself has said Musk would put the national interest ahead of his companies, while Musk said on his social media platform X that rivals were right to expect him to be magnanimous. "No one believes that for a second," said a lawyer who has incurred Musk's wrath in the past. Reid Hoffman, founder of LinkedIn and board member at Microsoft, OpenAI's biggest backer, said he was, quote, certainly worried that Musk's animosity toward Altman would play out in Trump's AI policies. Quote, obviously someone with integrity and character would say, look, since I'm involved in these kinds of lawsuits and so forth, I should keep myself distinct from the operation of government in these things, said Hoffman. Should Musk blur his personal views on larger geopolitical rules and structures, it, quote, portends potentially dangerous myopias and dangerous conflicts of interest, he added. People close to Musk said he was too principled to use his new role to target OpenAI with onerous regulation, and it made no sense to do so given his remit as the co-chair of a new U.S. Department of Government Efficiency to find ways to slash regulation. You will see a bunch of red tape cut, said one person who has invested in Musk and Altman's companies. OpenAI will have a streamlined process for getting their data centers up and running quickly. It will be equally applied across the competitor set, they added. Musk could, however, leverage his position as a central player in the incoming administration to boost XAI, according to an investor in one of his companies. The U.S. government is the biggest employer in the U.S., the person said. As Musk's web of customers expands, does the government become a large customer for XAI? Hoffman, a former OpenAI board member, speculated that Musk could use his position to slow down competitors to XAI. You could just do all of that kind of thing if you're implementing government policy to try to privilege one company over others, he said, adding that it would be, quote, frankly, a very destructive thing to do. It's destructive for the industry. It's destructive for American society, end quote. The one feather in his cap, other than torturing Altman, is the speed they put out Colossus, said a large investor in a number of Musk's companies, including SpaceX and XAI. Nobody has the same compute power for AI, and that's a big deal, but there's a lot to be determined, end quote.